Is it working? Hi guys! Long time no see. It's me, Laurel. Um, it's nice to see you all. I know I've been kind of absent since May. I think May was my last video. And I actually recorded a June video and I never uploaded it because it was a mess and my computer, the laptop that I was recording on was not working and I never fixed it. I never re-recorded it and um, that was the last time I made a video. And after that, I got frustrated with the software, and this computer doesn't have that software, and I'm not really sure how to edit. I still don't really know what I'm gonna do. Um, but I've had some people asking like, "Where are you? Where are your videos?" I appreciate that. Thank you. So it's the end of 2017. It's December 30th. It's 10:30 at night. You know, who's to say you can't make a video at 10:30 at night? Lori at um I forgot her channel name. Megan's friend Lori makes her videos at like 2 in the morning or something. So, uh, so I I think I'm gonna just do a quick update and my whip update, and I got a couple of finishes. Um, I've bought some stuff since I've seen you last. I don't know what I've shown or what I'm not. I'm not gonna try to figure it out, but I bought some stuff from Stash Unload. I bought some fabric from Eric at Ships Manor. I bought some random things. Um, and it'll just have to stay like that. You'll see it when I get around to it. Um, the Eric at Ships Manor, his Fabric of the Month Club for the Prim fabrics is fantastic. He also has the standard fabrics, and those are great too. But the Prim is a little more my style. Um, I've been kind of running short on money the last few months. I haven't been buying a lot of anything except food. Um, but those Prim fabrics are fantastic. I'm kind of rambling, huh? Anyway, so what have I been doing since June? Well, the last time I saw you, I had finished Mains of the Seasons, which I'm still very happy with. She's sitting right here on the back of my couch right here, and I'm still very happy with her and proud that I finished her really. Um, After that, I stitched for a little bit on something. I don't know what I stitched on for that week between the time I finished her and the beginning of June. Um, the first week of June, I don't know what I was stitching on, but at home. But for work, for June, I decided that I was going to participate in Wine and Whips. And so I had 2 whips. I had Summer Arches, and I had Shabbat Table Topper. And I thought, well, I'll take them each to work for 2 weeks. And that'll be my Wine and Whips. I'll make a little bit of progress on each piece. And I did that. And at home, I don't know what I was working on. Maybe I was working on Amaryllis and Bloom. I don't know. But the second week of June, in fact, it was June 7th, I got sick. I think it was something that I ate, and I haven't been back to that restaurant. I blame it on the restaurant. I don't know if that was really it, but it sort of seemed logical to me. Um, and I was up all night, and I stayed home from work sick the next day, and I had really great momentum, and then I got sick, and it just all went away. And that was June 8th, the day that I called out of work. And my friend was really sweet. He brought me Subway for lunch. He brought me some soup and a cookie. He was really sweet. And after that, I worked on. After Wine and Whips ended, I kept Summer Arches at work as my work project, but I didn't stitch on anything at home all summer. June, July, August, um, into September. I think sort of in the middle of September, maybe I started to pick up uh, might have been later than that. At some point, uh, I picked up. I think I started a new project. I think I started one of the Halloween projects from the Halloween issue, Crow on a Pumpkin, and I should have brought it. I'm not sure what I did with it. I should have brought it, but I finished the pumpkin and I started on the crow, and then I started doing something else. I don't know what I started doing. Um, I guess after that I brought Summer Arches home. Um, yeah, I brought Summer Arches home because it was close to finishing, and I brought it home to finish. And I took Amaryllis and Bloom to work. Um, anyway, I didn't stitch at home like all summer, and that was another part of the reason why I stopped making videos. Is I didn't have anything to share. I was working on Summer Arches, so um, but I've been stitching again since October, maybe. Um, and so I have some finishes, and I have some progress on some whips. I have some plans for next year, and so we'll start with my finishes. I have 5 finishes for 2017. Um, and I'm not going to show all of them because I didn't bring them all. But I finished Blackwork Hummingbird in January, and I finished the little duck egg from Mill Hill, which is really cute. And I finished Means of the Seasons in May, and then I didn't stitch all summer. In November, I finished Summer Arches. So this is Summer Arches by Bent Creek. And this was an old whip. I started it back in 2003 or 4. I think it was in 2004, and I think I had taken it to work on a plane on the way to Ohio. And I put a few stitches in it, and it's basically sat there until 2017. But I finished it on November 24th. And then I finished just the other day on Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday. I finished Amaryllis and Bloom. This one doesn't show that well. You can't really see the silver. It's this metallic silver by Dimensions that was horrible to work with because it frays. It's like 3 strands twisted together and they untwist. But this was also another old whip that I think I also bought in conjunction with the plane ride and did a few stitches and didn't pick it up again. I think I picked it up again last year in 2015 for a whip-a-thon one day and put a few stitches in it, but otherwise I haven't really touched it. So that's done. And those are my 2 finishes. So, and then I worked on, I'll show you the little tiny bit of progress. Remember, I worked on Shabbat Table Topper for 2 months, or for 2 weeks of work, which means I got a grand total of like 4 hours. It didn't get a huge amount of time, but I'll show you what I did on it. Let me fold this way. What I did on it is I put in that 3rd square. We got the Torah and the Star of David there, and the menorah that I had already done, and I put in this other square with the Torah and the Star of David. And that's all I did in those 2 weeks. And I haven't really touched it since. I'm not sure it's going to make it onto the list for 2018. We'll see. And then the only other thing that I worked on is I've been working on the bookshelf, and I was hoping that I was going to finish this before the clock struck 2018. That didn't happen. But there I am. So, you see I have half of the March Sisters down there. Will somebody please tell me what order these sisters are in? I think, as far as I can tell, somebody who's more familiar with the books, the girl in the green, I think, is Meg. And the girl in the blue, I think, is Beth. And the girl in the brown, I think, is Amy. And the girl in the black, I think, is Jo. But I have no idea if that's right or wrong. So if somebody could tell me which sister's which, I would love that. So that's where I am on that. And it's not going to get done by tomorrow, obviously, but it'll be my first finish for next year. I'll pick it up again this week and finish it for next year. So sorry. For 2017, I had 5 finishes. 4 of them counted for the Euro Whips. I'm ending the Euro Whips with 5 finishes out of 15 pieces, which isn't that great. I'm not really that happy with that. But I finished 4 projects that have been sitting here a really long time. So I am happy with that. And then the other one was Blackrock Hummingbird, which isn't really that old. It hasn't been around that long. So I would have liked to finish more. Stitch from Stash. Well, let's go back to the earwebs. Well, no, let's go forward. Let's go to Stitch from Stash. Stitch from Stash. I'm gonna end positive because I've been spending money on other things. I've been paying off debt, answering my sorry, and I haven't been buying a lot of Stash. Now I lost my train of thought. I think I might have to figure out how to edit this. Stitch from Stash. Yeah, I haven't been buying a lot since July when I joined Stitch from Stash, so I think I'm going to end positive. I think I'm going to end with like $50 positive. And I signed up for next year. I'm still kind of undecided. I signed up because I can get out, but once January 1st hits, she's going to lock it down and you won't be able to get in. So I figure it's better to sign up and get out than to let it close and wish I had signed up. So I'm in it. I don't know if I'm going to stay in it. We'll talk about my plans for next year, but I kind of feel like I don't want to be bound to anything next year. I'm not participating in the Year Whips next year. A few of those other 10 projects that I didn't complete are on. But I'll probably add some because there's a few more that I want to finish. So I'm going to work on a few more of them. I'm going to add some other pieces that I want to finish. Some of the pieces that were my Year Whips list are probably going to get knocked into a different year. But I don't want to be bound to the Year Whips next year, so I'm not doing that. But I do have some goals, some things that I want to finish. The first thing I'm going to finish is the bookshelf. My work projects for the first part of the year, probably for the first 5 or 6 months, is going to be the Ohio Map by SP Inc. I think all of these state maps are available on Patterns Online. I think SP Inc. went out of business, but all of their maps are available on Patterns Online. And I don't have a lot done. I have the very center done. It says Columbus and Allegheny. And that's all I have. So I got a long way to go on this. But it's a good candidate for a work project, so I'm gonna take it to work. And then at home, I think project bag from the Container Store. Expensive place to get project bags, but they got some good stuff there. I think for home, I'm going to focus on Under the Evergreen. I'm using a different camera. I'm using a different laptop than the one I was using before. And this one makes the lettering backwards, which I'm not used to. So I hope it fixes it when I upload it. But I think I'm gonna work on Under the Evergreen and get some TW stuff done. I love but her stuff takes a lot of brain power, and so she's difficult to work on because I don't always feel like dedicating that amount of brain power. That's how it goes. So there's where I am on that. That's the rocking horse. And so I think this is going to be my home project. And I think this is what I'll work on during the South Korea Olympics. And try to finish that. And then another piece that I didn't bring with me, but there's not really much to see on it, and I've shown it before. I think I'm going to try to finish Deepest Love by Mirabilia. I kind of feel like stitching in Mirabilia. The other thing that I want to do, and I said I was going to do this in 2017 and I didn't do it. I probably said it for 2016 too, and I didn't do it then either. Is I have a bunch of little things like Mill Hill kits and Bent Creek kits and Christmas stuff. See this basket right there? Not that basket. That one there behind it is full of Christmas stuff. And there's another basket in this cabinet here that's full of not Christmas stuff. So I'm going to try to pick through some of those. I have some that are already started that I'm going to finish up. The New York ornament from the Victoria Sampler, the Eiffel Tower bookmark that I bought at Hobby Lobby, the Piglet candy cane ornament, the Dimensions Daydreams Christmas tree, just stuff like that, the crow on a pumpkin, just little stuff, my Squirrel Mill Hill, just little stuff that I started and didn't finish. I'm going to clean a bunch of that up. And then I'm going to try to do some of these other ones, Bent Creek and Mill Hill. I might add some other stuff. I think I might do a Teresa Winsler fruit ornament. I did grapes a few years ago. I think I might do the cherries ornament. And I might do something, since I'm doing a TW, I might do like 500 stitches on Under the Evergreen and then do a smaller project. And then, I don't know if I'm going to do Under the Evergreen and then Deepest Love, or maybe I'll do 500 on Under the Evergreen and then the smaller project and then Deepest Love and then the smaller project. I don't know what I'm going to do, but in some manner, those other projects will get done, and Under the Evergreen and Deepest Love will both get worked on. And that will be 2018. I don't know about new starts. You guys know I don't start a lot of large projects. Um, they're very few and far between that I start a large project. So I don't know about starts. I might do one of Nora's fairies. There's another thing I've been acquiring. I've been acquiring a lot of those flower pixies and some of the older Mirabilias that I don't have. I've been acquiring some of those. Um, so I might do one of those. I have a couple kitted. I have Queen Anne's Lace kitted. I have a dark blue fabric that I got from Lucas that I put with that. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure that I'm going to go with that. Um, I have Cherry Blossom, which was gifted to me as a kit. Um, I have the Halloween one where she's holding the little trick or treat bag. Um, I thought I had one more kitted. So I might do one of those. I don't see myself making a real large start like Hade or Chatelaine. Although Chatelaine, unfortunately Martina Rosenberg passed away recently, which is very sad. Um, so it's kind of a sentimental choice, but I don't I don't know that I'm gonna I don't know that I'm gonna do that. Um, I wish her daughter and her family well. Because we were all, it's always sad when a designer that we love passes away, and she was a great designer. I didn't really know her personally. I didn't really communicate with her. But I know a lot of people were in her groups, and a lot of people had contact with her. Dana had contact with her and was a good friend with her, and so. But I'm sorry that she's gone. Um, but I don't know that I'm gonna start with Shadowlane next year. Um, yeah, I don't know. Every year I make plans, and every year the year turns out completely differently. I know this happens to all of you too. Um, so that's what I'm planning for right now. Hopefully, I'll get back on making videos. I'm not really sure how this is going to work. I'm kind of concerned about editing it. I don't really have any editing software. And I love my friend, but sometimes his timing is really bad. Um, so that's about all I have, I think. Um, I'm still in my same job. I was trying to promote. That hasn't happened. I think the list that I was on for paralegal expired. I think I'm going to have to take the test again. Um, I've had some medical stuff the last part of this year. I ended up in the hospital in October, and I've been going back and forth and getting tests for this and tests for that. Um, when I was in the hospital, they thought I had a blood clot on my lung. So they've been doing all this stuff, and I think they finally settled it that I don't have a blood clot. And that I don't have anything wrong except I have some iron deficiency, and that's all that's wrong. I don't have a blood clot. I don't have cancer. I don't have a bone marrow disorder. I don't have any of the other things that they were looking for. I have some iron deficiency, and I think that answers the symptoms that they were trying to explain. So, and I have asthma. So I hope to be done with all of that. I got to go see the pulmonologist in a couple weeks here, but I hope that all of that's going to be done and I can stop running back and forth between this doctor and this test and that test. So I think that's all that I have. So it's good to see all of you. I hope you're all doing well. And hopefully I'll be back more regularly. I'm still not sure about this computer or this editing or this uploading. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I may end up having to re-record this, but I will hopefully see you guys soon. Bye.